bringing us to this moment because my children, these are all 5 of my children here. They've been in Newark Public School since they were all in pre-K. My son Jahaz, this is his 4th school closing. He's going to the 8th grade. And he's been through 4 school closings, from Speedway to 15th Avenue and now Newton. So now he's going to have to go to another school. He's no stability at all. My son academic, through his whole academic schooling, he's had to deal with having to, the bullying from going from one school to the next school, dealing with teachers getting to work with him. He deals with interventions, like he has interventions put in place for him next year. Now they closed Newton Street School. So now he has to go to another school where the teachers don't know him, go to children where they don't know him, deal with other issues because he has special needs that we deal with. But he's been dealing with that, not only him, but all of my other children. All of them are on the honor roll. Jahaz is the first one. It took almost 7 years before we got to him to this point because we've been dealing with so many interventions. But as I said, these continual school changes for him, no stability for his education, it has a tremendous effect on his education. I mean, we struggle with it every day. I don't know, we don't even know what school he's going to. Under the Newark One plan, they took all 5 of my kids and sent them to 5 different schools. They sent them to Lafayette, Ivy Hill, First Avenue, Rafael Hernandez. Like, they spread them all out throughout the city. Like, how am I going to get my 5 kids to 5 different schools by 8 o'clock in the morning? No transportation. Like, they're imposing all of these different barriers and things on the parents to try to, you know, just get our kids to be educated. And I think this is really wrong, that my children have to fight for their education. I think this is wrong. I think it's wrong that we have to boycott, that these kids have to protest. They should be able to just go to school and get an education like any normal child in America. This was being done in Newark. I've never seen this before. I'm a product of Newark Public Schools. I've never had to deal with anything like this. So I hope that, you know, the attorneys, the community, the other parents involved, I'm quite sure they got stories, but, you know, I'm glad that it's a legal fight because they're not listening. So sometimes you have to take it legally, and they've done a lot of damage. I just want to say that. And if my kids, you know, they're the ones that, you know, I really wanted them to say something because they're the ones that's affected. You know, maybe you get a chance to speak with them. But I just thank you. I thank everybody for your support.
Now, for the press, there is this community review committee plan for busing. And there are some copies for you to take with you because it is a very slipshod, thrown together plan that clearly has no thought to it, that has a disrespect as it relates to our children, where they will have to get up and go to school and be on a bus stop somewhere in a hub at 6:55, 7 o'clock in the morning. And to what Mr. Tillman said, for the parents who have their children in 3 and 4 different schools, they're going to have to some hard decisions to make about who gets to the hub on time to get the bus, because they're all taking different buses. We would like to ask another parent, because the governor and the superintendent think that the parents are not engaged and that the parents don't care about what's happening to their children, and so they can do anything and say it's just a few people who are in disagreement. We have parents who are in disagreement, and it's sort of like when you hear the voice of one, you multiply that, and you're hearing the voice of many. So to that point, I would like for Miss Tawanda Sherrod, who is a parent of children who actually attended this school, the former Bragaw Avenue Elementary School. Oh, Tawanda, Tawanda, Sheard, Sheard. My daughter attended Bragaw Avenue School, but now Bragaw is closed as a neighborhood school and now called Life Academy under Team Academy. No one came to us parents and asked us if we wanted charter schools to take over our neighborhood school.
Under the One North plan, there was round A and round B. Only 12,000 parents did the application. 500 requested charter, and there's still over 8,000 students not placed for September. There are a lot of children that went to Bragaw that still hasn't received any letters to whether we placed in September. And parents that receive letters, the school is too far, and they're going through appeals process. There is no bus transportation pickup at Bragaw. Children as young as 6 years old will have to walk to Hawthorne Avenue, and the bus will pick up at 7 o'clock, which means children will have to leave their home at 6:15 a.m. There is no bus pickup at Miller Street or Newton Street, only at Maple, Bragaw, Madison, and Hawthorne. What happens when the winter hit Newark for our children's safety? The bus shuttle won't start until the end of September, maybe October. How will our children get to school? The One North plan needs to come to an end. It's a disaster. We need our schools reinstated, local control, properly funded, and no more closing of our neighborhood schools.
So now you're hearing from another parent. We do have a broad base of support, and yes, we do need to give them a hand because there's a lot of fear in our community, and so people are afraid to speak up because they fear that their children will be targeted for what they have to say. But sometimes we just have to take a stand. We have a student who is a complainant. Is Ramon Melendez here? Is Ramon Melendez here?
Julius, where's Ramon?
Is Ramon Melendez here? Okay. Another speaker that we have,